Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name's Janelle and I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Happy fall to you guys. In today's video, I wanted to just really dive into the first day of fall and just do a true throwing up fall all over my face makeup look, where I have the cranberry eyes, cranberry cheeks, and a nice cranberry lip. And yeah, this is the look that I came up with. In this video, I will be using all drugstore products. So if you guys want to know how to do a really killer fall look for so affordable, but that will look really great, then definitely please keep watching. Also in this video, I threw on my Lense.me Solotica lenses in, I think these are Ipanema. I'll leave them linked down below. But if you guys are interested in checking out these contact lenses, they're so stunning. I'll leave them linked down below, as well as my discount code. So if you use the code Janelle, you'll get 10% off your Lense.me colored contact lenses. So if you guys want to dive straight into fall and get the full-on fall feels, then definitely please keep watching. But before you go anywhere, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, so you can be notified every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when I upload. I love you all. I pray that you all stay safe, and without any more rambling, let's jump into how I got this killer fall makeup look. Love you guys. Happy fall, guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I just wanted to do like the most fall inspired makeup look ever. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start off by moisturizing my lips, because the second it starts getting colder out, my lips become so dry. It's so annoying. Following that, taking my janky e.l.f. Dewy Setting Mist, I'm just going to spray this on my face. It's for extra hydration because my skin has been feeling a little bit tighter lately. So next, taking my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I'm going to use this to prime my skin. This will also help fill in any like large pores. So guys, I need your help on deciding what kind of content you guys want to see, what kind of makeup videos, things like that. Let me know in the comment section below. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of having a brain fart, so please keep me posted on that. So now just taking my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I'll be using this to prime my eyelids, just so I can cancel out any of these veins and also cancel out these hairy under eyebrow hairs. So I'm gonna dot it in the inner corner, out, and in the center of the brush, and just start patting it into the skin. I think I want to play with my Juvia's Place Afrique palette. I love the tones in these. I think I want to do a cranberry look, and then I kind of want to pop in my bright blue contacts, because I feel like that would just be a full-on vibe. Ooh, I can do like a matching lip. The orange, yes, completely inspired. First, I'm going to dip into my Kokie Cosmetics Contour Highlight Palette. I'll use this later on my actual face, but I'm going to take the lighter color and just use that to set all over my eyelid, just so that everything blends really smooth. I'm going to start by taking the shade Kissy in the palette down here with my MAC 224, and then I'm going to dip a little bit into that orange. That's what we'll use for the initial transition. That way it'll have some warmth to it, so I mix the soft brown with the just pinch of that orange, and we're just going to start buffing it. Ooh, she pigmented. I'm using a really fluffy brush for this, that way it won't come out too orange too quick. But these shadows are very pigmented, so you want to make sure you pick up a very small amount. And I'm just working this back and forth. And then, like always, once I get to the tail of my eye, I just flick it up toward the end of my eyebrow, just to help further lift my face. I have pumpkin bread downstairs. Cannot wait to eat that with like a nice pumpkin flavored coffee. I'm just in like the full fall spirit right now. I'm ready. I've been ready since like beginning of March. As soon as March came around and this whole pandemic thing started, I already was like listening to Christmas music and just like ready to jump into this time of year, just to like get my head out of the hecticness of what this world has come to. A smaller blending brush. This is actually my MAC 224, but it is the synthetic version, so it's a little bit smaller, whereas like the original MAC 224 with the natural fibers was a fluffier brush. So just make sure you start with a big one first, smaller one for this step. And I'm gonna take that orange shade again, and just with a little tiny bit at the tip of the brush, I'm going to tap off the excess and just work that a little bit lower in my crease, just to bring out a little bit more of that orange. But I didn't want to go in with it originally because then we'd have that bright orange like all throughout here and it would just be too much. So guys, I'm so excited. I had a little bit of a scare with the house that Alex and I wanted. There was like a little bit of a dilemma and we didn't think that we would be able to go through with the house. We thought like that we'd have to keep looking. Everything ended up working out. So we are expected to close on October 16th, which is funny. It's actually my dad's birthday, but I'm also excited because it's like perfect timing to still be able to decorate for fall, even if I have no other furniture. I was so scared that with the move to a different state, it would take us forever to get a house. And then when we did get a house, I was scared it'd be like during Christmas time and we wouldn't be able to have time to put up a Christmas tree and things like that. But literally it has lined up so that we will be in there for like my favorite months of the year, October, November, December, and I'll be able to do a bunch of cute decor videos. I can't wait to be able to film like home decor and home update videos. Like, I'm so excited for that. Stay tuned. I will be incorporating more like home style videos because I just love watching them and I love home decor and I've just always been into that kind of stuff literally since I was a little girl. Also, speaking of home, this made me think of my sister. She has a channel. I mentioned it in a previous video, but if you haven't checked it out, please do. Her content is so good. Her home is so beautiful too, and she recently did a video sharing like her Amazon home finds and she definitely has some gems. So if you haven't checked her out, definitely check her out. It's like a family channel, so it's her husband, my two beautiful nieces. You won't regret it, I promise you won't. I'm trying to get her to do like more fall videos because her house is so cozy that I'm like, that is just like so nice to watch. I'm gonna go back in with that first blending brush and just make sure everything is really nicely blended out. Brush, I'm gonna take this JH33 brush. It does have some leftover color on it, but that's fine because I'm going into a cranberry, so this will work out anyway. But I'm gonna take the color Bintu, I think is how you say it in the palette. I'm gonna swirl my brush in that with the tip of it. Again, always tapping off the excess because I want to be able to slowly build the color. It's always easier to add more than it is to try to take away product. I'll start this in the center and then just kind of go back and forth. So I'm gonna go back in with that first blending brush and just make sure everything is fused really nice. And I actually think I want to take a smaller blending brush to get like deeper in my crease. I'm gonna pick up my MAC 219 brush. Now I'm gonna take my second blending brush with a tiny bit of that orange color that we were using earlier, tapping off a lot of the excess. I'm just gonna run that over the edges of this cranberry so that things are kind of like a gradient between the cranberry and the orange. And then taking the first blending brush again, going over top of everything. I'm literally going back and forth with all of my blending brushes just to make sure everything's smooth. So it'll be different depending on how much product you use, how intense you want it, but just know that for most eye looks, you're gonna have to go back and forth with a couple of blending brushes in order for everything to look as smooth as possible. It's kind of pretty. Then I like to clean up once I finish like most of my crease colors, just so I can get an idea of the shape and see if I have to add any colors anywhere. So I'll start with this side and just boom. Oh, that looks so much better. Now going back in my Kokie palette, I'll take the light color again. And with the fluffy brush that has a little bit of that orange, I'm just gonna use that to kind of dust underneath of my eyebrow to make sure everything blends from here to like the crease colors. And I'm just gonna do like a light sweep. It just helps so that everything stays like a nice gradient. More dense brush, take that color again, and then just use it to highlight more of like the center part of my eyebrow, just so that part is a little bit brighter than everything else. I wouldn't want it to be bright all over, like from here to here, because that would just look too much and just very amateur almost. Blend it out with that first blending brush. We looking cute. I'm gonna take the shade Beefy right here. It's like a beautiful cranberry color. And I'm gonna pack that all over my eyelid. I'm gonna do that with this JH41 brush. I load a good amount on the brush on both sides. And then I'm gonna go ahead and spray both sides with my e.l.f. Dewy Setting Mist in my inner part of my eye. This is such a gorgeous color. It does have a good amount of fallout though. Feathering it into the outer edge colors. Taking that small blending brush that had the matte cranberry color, I'm just going to use that to blend the edges with no extra product. With that same small brush, I'm going to dip into the same lid color that we just applied, just a tiny bit. Tap off the excess. I'm going to use that to blend the lid color into the crease colors toward the front. This will give a more seamless blend. I'm just working that in there. Because basically, since I used a dense brush and packed that shimmer on my lid, the color is very dense there. So by taking a smaller, fluffier brush with that color, it helps kind of create a gradient of that shimmer slightly into my crease colors so that it's not like shimmer, matte. It all kind of flows. A fluffy brush and then just lightly blend it into these edges here. Looking cute! For my inner corner, I'm going to see how this Angelique color looks. I'm gonna pick it up with this really tiny MAC 209 brush. Just really lightly put it in here and then kind of like feather it up. But this silver looks like it has a little bit of a pink flex throughout. So I'm thinking that it'll work. Oh yeah. So following that, I think I'm just gonna tightline using my Physicians Formula eye pen in dark brown. Just so that way once I apply my false lashes, it has like something to disguise it versus if I were just to apply the lashes with no liner. It'll also help the lashes look fuller. So I don't think I'm gonna do a wing, but we'll see. Alright, so now I'm gonna do my brows, apply my mascara, and apply my Amazon false lashes. I'll link everything that I use down below, but this is like the most boring part in the makeup tutorial that I'm just gonna speed through it, and the product that I use will be linked down below. Alright, my brows are looking a little cray-cray, but hopefully we can fix it up with foundation. If not, I'm just gonna cry myself to sleep tonight. Love that! So now to cream contour. We're gonna use my favorite cream contours from the drugstore and in general, my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. So I'm just putting it on the back of my hand first and then working it into my Sigma F05 brush. Swipe it first, then buff. I always like to pull it here at the arch of where my eyebrow is to lift my face. Alright, and now I'm just going to push it here. And I'm not going to blend it out completely because I'm going to go over top of everything with the tinted moisturizer. So now taking my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in light peach. I'm going to put that on the back of my hand as well. I'm going to be spreading that out with a concealer brush. This way I can control the amount of product that is going on my face. I also forgot to note contour, so let me do that real quick with the small side of my IT Cosmetics foundation brush. Starting at the tip and working my way up. Now I can take my concealer with my MAC 195 concealer brush, and I'm going to start it at the sides of my nose first and then just kind of spread it down. So this will allow me to highlight a wide part of my face without having to layer product. If I go straight in with the doe foot applicator, it's just going to cake it on all over, and I really don't need that. Nobody needs that. Tiny amount up here. I don't want it to mess up my eyeshadow, so I'm going to try to pick up any excess with my finger. So guys, this looks like a lot of concealer, but this is just one swipe on the back of my hand. If I were to apply the concealer directly to my face and put it everywhere like this, I would look like a super cake face. But since I only put that one swipe and I just spread it out with a smaller, like, definer brush, it allows me to highlight all these areas without it looking too heavy or packing on too much. I also tried not to apply it directly under my eyes. I tried applying the concealer down here. That way I can just blend it up. Whereas if I apply it directly under, that's when you start seeing more creasing and it's starting to look super heavy and cakey underneath of the eye. Because now we're gonna take a tiny bit of tinted moisturizer. This is my CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk. I love this stuff. It gives great coverage, but it lets your skin breathe. It doesn't look or feel cakey. So again, working everything on the back of my hand. I'm gonna put literally, you see that, a pea-size amount. Pea-size amount, I'm gonna pick up a little bit on my IT Cosmetics foundation brush and kind of just swirl my brush in there, really working it into the brush. Now I'm gonna focus it like right here to blend everything in. I'm gonna try not to bring this too high up into this area because then that's when it can start looking cakey. But again, with this technique, I've been using it in the last couple videos. We use a little bit of a lot of products, which to me ends up looking more natural than a lot of a few products, if that makes sense. All right, so now taking up my Kokie Fix It Up Matte Setting Spray. I like doing this after I finish all of my creams and it just locks it in place, and then that way I don't need as much powder later. So I'm gonna spray this all over. Spray it. And this has like the most nicest mist. I don't know if you can tell. Can you see it on camera? Like it literally just mists so nice. It doesn't spit at you at all. My face is like 90% dry. I'm gonna take my Kokie Cosmetics translucent powder. I love this for under the eye. It gives such a smooth finish. And I'm gonna pick it up with my e.l.f. camo sponge, taking the sides of my nose. And then I'm gonna take the very point of the sponge and highlight down the center. Perfect. And then now we can start highlighting underneath my eyes. Something about using that setting spray and then putting the powder on top just gives your skin the smoothest finish, and then it really helps the powder just lock in again without having to cake on or layer a bunch of powder. Alright, so I'm now going to bronze / contour using my Kokie Cosmetics contour kit. Literally looks just like the Kat Von D one. Taking this middle color and my Morphe M530 brush. This brush is like the perfect bronze tour brush where you're bronzing, but it's like small enough to where it still chisels, but like not overly chisel. So I'm just gonna put that over top of where we cream contoured, and this will help kind of set that product in place. Now we can wipe away this bake. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but that powder really just smooths everything out. I'm obsessed. Now going into this Profusion kind of like blush highlight contour kit, I'm gonna mix these two blush shades. So I'm gonna lightly dip into this one and a little bit of this one, and that's what I'll use for my cheeks to give me that nice like plummy blah. Y'all, I swear there's something wrong with my brain. Like, is there a thing as like dyslexia for words? Like I meant to say fall and I said flaw. So a nice plummy fall blush to the skin. I'm gonna do that with my JH04 brush because it's nice and fluffy. It won't pack on too much. Ooh, that's pretty. So I'm kind of focusing it in like this region here. This creepy face, and then just blending it back into the contour. It's such a pretty blush. Now I'm gonna spray my face with the e.l.f. Dewy Setting Mist. I'm gonna spray this really far away because this one tends to spit at you. Like it has a nice mist, and then there's just like one drop that likes to just make its way to spit at you. So now I'm just taking whatever's left on that tiny brush and the same color that we used to highlight in here. And I'm just gonna put a little bit at the tip of my nose and then a little bit in the center. Just because I want a little highlight there, but I don't necessarily want highlight all over my cheeks. So I think for my lower lash line, I'm gonna try to mix the first two colors. So Kokie and Hidrocor. Just because I want it kind of warm on my lower lash line, but I don't want it too orange. I'm picking that up with this Morphe E36 brush. I'll just work it. So always remember that with your eyeshadow palettes, you can mix colors together and create your own like matte transition colors or own shimmer colors. You're not just stuck to the colors in the palette. You can layer them and they look really pretty that way. And right over top of that, but really close to my lash line, I'm gonna take that cranberry color, and this time I'm just gonna stamp it like right on my lash line. Like pretty much on my waterline. That's how close I want it to my eye. I don't want it to come too far down. I want that orange to still peek through. And then we'll do mascara on my lower lashes. I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous. Why did I back? I'm doing the L'Oreal Voluminous in black brown. So I'm actually gonna start off by sketching out my lips using my NYX brown lip pencil in Downtown Beauty. This is seriously one of my favorite lip pencils of all time. So I use that on the outer edge to line, and then I lightly filled in the corners a little bit. So now taking my Jordana lip pencil in Plush Plum. These Jordana lip pencils are so good, they're so creamy. So I'm gonna be shading in my whole lip with this pencil. And then over top of all of that, I'm gonna be applying my ColourPop liquid lipstick in More Better. It's a beautiful cranberry color. And you know, this look would also look stunning with a nude lip or a softer lip, or like even more of like a warm orange terracotta lip. That would look beautiful, but I figured go big or go home. Okay, I love this option so much more. It's still bold, but not as bold as the last one, so I feel like it will go pretty okay with the eyes. And then I would also really love a color like this. This is Taunt by Morphe, and I think this would look really pretty with the same like brown lip pencil. So this color though that I have on, this is Fatty by Morphe, which is such a pretty, like, I don't know, whatever you describe this color. So I use this with the same NYX brown pencil in Downtown Beauty, and I think this is a cute fall look. And I'm not mad at this. So now that I finished this look, I wanted to see how my Lense.me Solotica lenses in Ipanema, I believe. I wanted to see how they would look up against these cranberry tones, and holy moly, this is stunning. Oh my gosh, these are so captivating. All right, you guys, so here you have it. This is the completed makeup look with these super cool colored contact lenses. Now you guys know this look will look bomb on blue eyes, green eyes, and brown eyes. I do feel like I almost prefer, I don't know what I prefer it with. The brown eyes, I feel like it really made my eyes pop, but this is just like captivating. I feel like you could see me from like 25 miles away, just like staring into your soul like this. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to check out the colored contact lenses, I will definitely leave that link down below. Like they said, they're from Lense.me, and if you use code Janelle, you'll get 10% off of your purchase. I'll also leave all the products that I use down below as well. I love you all so much. I pray that you all stay safe. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to be the first to be notified when I upload. I love you all, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!